WhatsApp 287-0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
It's now time for Meet the Minister, hosted by Terence Fenelon. Terence Fenelon, good morning to you, sir. It's good to see you.
Bonjour, Andre. Bonjour. Nabi bonjour tout le monde. For your weekend, Andre. So, good morning to all our listeners, viewers. What's our frequency again? 95.9?
Yes, 95.9. I think you were shifting the microphone, so it got disconnected.
Oh, so.
Yeah. Can you reconnect it, or you want me to come into that? Yeah.
All right. I did a boo-boo there, so.
Right. We're good.
All right, now.
We're good.
We're good now. Sorry about that. Good morning again, Andre.
You can't mash up my things.
No, Andre. Anyway, Rev-Up. We're always happy to be here. We don't want to mash up anything at Rev-Up. Rev-Up is good to us, 95.9 FM, Andre.
Yes.
And we're on Facebook, YouTube, X. You told me something else.
We're also online. Don't forget that. And we beaming to the town of Soufrière. Beaming. Yes, that's right.
We love Soufrière. And today we have the parliamentary representative for Soufrière, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte, with us to be talking about a number of things, Andre. And I want to remind you, Andre, and tell our listeners that when we come here on a Friday, we don't come to spread misinformation or disinformation. We come to give missing information. You understand? Because we're here on a Thursday, man. This place is so we must fumigate this place on a Thursday after we finish, Andre, because the kind of propaganda, misinformation, and disinformation come in there deliberate. You see, disinformation. When you know the truth, but you deliberately twist it to mama guy and fool
it's
people.
Scary,
that's scary.
Anything
that's scary.
in particular you wanna single out?
Andre, there's so many, man, that it's going to take the whole day, Andre. Andre, you really want me to go? I must be here alone, Andre. But when I come alone, they ask, where's the minister? I'm not a minister. I'm just, a little agent, doing that. That's my time. That's my time. No, Andre, there's so much misinformation. People say talking about selling passports and the government not doing anything. And I mean, we can talk. We don't even have to go to we can begin to talk, Honorable, about so much the government has done in 4 years.
Yes.
Honorable King made a statement and it was misconstrued. It was spun out, taken out of context. I mean, what you're saying is that in the 4 years that Philip J. Pierre has been there, you have to give Jack his jacket and, and Mary or Jerry, because he has done so much in those 4 years, Andre. It's mind-boggling, and no prime minister. Even I love Kenny, but in 4 years, if you just take the first 4 years, none compares. None of them. I say that without fear of... And Kenny, Dr. Kenny Anthony, marvelous, did a lot. Sir John, a lot. We will not deny. Sir John did a lot. I got my education on this. Sir John, a lot. But when you talk about in 4 years, the first 4 years of any administration, you can't touch Philip J. Pierre administration. I'm not saying he's the best yet, but he's on his way. So when people come in and talk on nonsense, and we're going to discuss a few things here this morning, Andre, about, I mean, we have to be honest about things, you understand? And people now, and I'm very happy, Honorable, that people are understanding the issues, because I meet the ordinary people, and I say ordinary people, Andre, the people that you do not see online, but they listen on the radio and stuff, and they meet me and they stop me, and the things they tell me, I'm very happy, because the message is getting through. They understanding that, this government is working, and you cannot deny that. Anybody, I mean, there are people who are willfully blind, and some people, when you tell them the truth, the cognitive dissonance sets in. They don't know how to handle it. As Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth, but the truth is a truth, Andre. It will stand up to scrutiny. It will stand up to time, the test of time. You can't deny that. So when pensioners tell you,
Andre is also aware.
Yeah, when Andre is always advocating. And and he does that well, because he always says NIC needs to do a little more for the people. And I am with you on that, Andre. And I am with you. I'm not going to say no, But you cannot run away from reality. And this government and the men and women in this administration, people of substance, people who work. And we have a shining example here of a very competent and efficient. You can't. not a whiff of corruption. Notice they'll say anything about Auntie Emma. That's a term of endearment. But one thing they cannot say, Auntie Emma is corrupt. They cannot touch her on her work ethic. They cannot touch her on the deliverables. So what they say, Papi Show alone. So this morning, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, we're so happy to have you here again. We'll be discussing a lot of things. Yesterday, Andrew was still having difficulty with VAT exempt.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
my God.
Yeah, zero rated.
I
and
listened to
exempt.
him and
Sorry.
Miss Alcindor. And Miss Alcindor is an accountant by profession, so she was explaining to Andre and stuff. Maybe I should. You still want that clarified because you
I think
He's got it this time.
yes, because she explained it from the business person's perspective. Yeah.
Right.
So now I got it. I got it.
But we can start there, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, with the VAT exempt and how that is going for our consumers and your department. I mean, I know you'll have taken put measures in place to monitor. So you could give us some feedback because the last time that's where we left off. So you could give us some
Premièrement, moi voulais commencer pour me dire bonjour pour toute Sainte-Lucie, principalement constituency Soufrière Fauché Jacques. Moi voulais remercier yo encore pour tout support yo ka bon moyen et puis la prière et puis moi voulais dire bonjour pour Premier ministre là et puis tout mon cabinet avec mon parlement pour dire pour Chebe fort nous ka travailler by peuple pays et nous ka continuer travailler by peuple pays et puis depuis nous mettre bon Dieu devant pas rien pour nous paix nous ka fait bagay la droite et depuis nous ka fait droite bon Dieu ka fait chimé ben nous pour continuer faire. This is a statement I want to start with.
L'année moun qui parle comme ça
bonne journée même du temps moi voulais dire tout gens fait ici bonne semaine créole bon mois créole et puis on nous continuer pour protecter langue maman et puis qu'il te à nous connaître là.
Alright.
Parce que ça c'est ça nous-mêmes.
All right. So
pour moi des affaires va exempt qui manière ministre commerce et puis c'est employé là ka manager moi voulais dire qu'on m'a dit avant nous continuer travail pour garder et puis nous travail et puis négociation pour garder qui manière nous assurer pour et puis bah la position en gouvernement point côté nous tirer VAT à sous quantité produit et puis nous ni moun ka aller à tous ces supermarkets là regarder qui manière nous ka aller nous ka yo ka prendre pour ya sous négociation à sous shelf là et qui yo ka porter yo ka faire ces cachets à check by yo moi veut dire up tout lundi nous joindre un rapport et puis rapport a dit et c'est tous ces projets c'est pour ya descendre et puis yo continuer cabane now là nous ka faire ça. Sorry, premièrement nous fait un chat travail avec Massi because you say plus go supermarket et puis yo tout partout en Sainte-Lucie mais aussi nous ka fait travail et puis les autres supermarkets là aussi so ces bagages là toutes ces de ces prières conflicts c'est prières c'est pas un seul ça quoi que yo qualité nous ni Golden Food Sunshine Universal nous ka rester prières descendre toutes ces bagages ça ça fait fromage, oats, corn beef, sardine, tous ces bagages ça là c'est pour ya descendre et qui rester descendre. Bon dernière fois là moi t'ai parlé et puis pays à nous dire comme ça c'est produit à titre ça quoi que VAT exempt et nous t'ai mené pour zéro nous te dit nous ca continuer travail et puis c'est gens business là pour regarder qui manière nous ça passer à dans ces services là by pays moi veut dire comme ça nous jeune un premier rapport dit moi veut dire c'est Massi encore nous cat avec eux avant et puis yo vini et puis à peu près 5 produits mais plus gros à mon côté la télé tout le monde en télé c'est à de me demande toute question à soi ces affaires tuna fish là. So tuna fish là yo jamais you mean the sun from avant ça était $6.655 et qu'à présent il a changé pour pour 5.99. Ça c'est tuna fish, large tuna fish in oil. So nous Hanissa, nous still ga continuer parler et puis Massi, mais ça c'est premier en ces produits ils a changé. Et puis bon matin moi parler by Martin staff moi ka parler avec lui nous moi parler avec lui ainsi maintenant. So on is Seabell tuna fish in oil 6.55 to 5.99. So that's a savings of 56 cents on every can of tuna fish. And that is an 8.5% reduction in the price of tuna fish. And Seabell tuna fish in water was $6.29, now it is $5.95, a reduction of 34 cents and a 5.4% reduction. Some of the other items that I will not speak on at the moment that we have here, we are still working with them. We have another 6 items. It looks like chicken, celery, radish, other items that we have there. We are still working with them, but the average reduction that we have seen on these items is 5%. 5%
yes.
reduction on these items. Most of these items we are told will be there from Monday, but the tuna fish, the reduction is already applicable and on the shelves. So ça c'est gouvernement cette ici qui travaille by PEP pays. Nous allons continuer à travailler.
Yeah, d'accord. So by ka marcher teasing,
mais nous allons continuer.
Nous allons continuer. Nous pas de bout.
Non.
Nous pas rester là, just.
Et puis moi voulais dire aussi nous t'es avec eux parce que la tenue d'autres ça qui customs allocation nous tenir d'autres il pas ça qu'on prend between ces gens business like ces gens customs là et prend un petit temps pour assise pour vier travailler sur ça et puis nous ramener à parlement mardi Simon Deblé nous qu'a fait adjustment à sous ça là nous t'es premier faire.
So like any sitting of the house.
God willing. Yeah, on Tuesday.
Mardi. Oui. Okay, Andre, you got in the patrol, right? Yes, you're developing well with Mary.
Ouais, so nous pas ça fait nous assis nous d'accord au cabinet là d'accord mais nous ni pour aller au parlement avec lui.
Right. So basically there is vigilance and there
continuous
vigilance and you get the sense that people are not complaining anymore. I think some of the things have hit home. As I heard them yesterday on the program with Andre, Sister
Antonia.
Yeah, that the 15% VAT, people had already accepted that, There are some things to me you don't play around with. You don't politicking, messing around with VAT, kicking it here and there. And no other island in the Caribbean does that. Only in St. Lucia. We had 15, we were settled, but we made it a political football. And there are some things to me, Andre, as a people, we just have to get together, understand. We are the last country to introduce VAT. And stuff, and we have been making it a political football.
The other item, the other area I think we need to just speak a bit on is the whole issue of the tariffs.
Yes.
As you know, the Prime Minister placed us. We have a tariff committee.
Yeah.
I chair that committee. We have different ministers on there. Mr. Prosper, Minister of Agriculture, and we have Wayne Girard, Minister in the Ministry of Finance. And we sit with a technical team. And we sort of monitor what is happening. We have Dr. Samuel from my office is the chief technical person monitoring what is happening internationally in the US market. And we work, the last thing that is impacting our CMOS farmers in particular is the whole issue of items cannot be shipped at the post office, the size of the items. Before that, you could ship an item of up to about $800 US dollars through the post office. With the changes made by the US government, that is now reduced to about $100. And consequently, that impacted our CMOS farmers. So at the moment, what we've done, Cabinet has approved that we are putting a fund together that is going to be administered and managed by Export St. Lucia so that we can assist the farmers so that they can continue selling. All of that is the government of St. Lucia working on behalf of the people.
So would it,
And that is continuous monitoring.
Yeah.
What is happening in the U.S., each time you hear the news and President Trump announced this, that, and the other, it has implications for us as small island states and the items that we export. So we have a team now monitoring that continually, in addition to the other things that we have to do.
so with that new policy that we cannot ship only up to 100, obviously the CMOS farmers will be taking a hit.
That's taking a hit, and we had to respond immediately so that
to cushion that blow.
To cushion that blow, and so that they can maintain the clientele in the U.S. Because
Right.
if they cannot ship to them, then the clientele will go somewhere
So
else.
the government has come forward.
The government has come forward.
And they would, and I guess the government will be bearing the brunt of
Exactly,
of
through
the loss.
exports and not only a loss, it's to ensure.
Yes. That
Put
the
mechanisms in
place.
place, and then we have to train the farmers so that they can go and look at the electronic e-commerce, which is a big thing for them now. We have to do the training. That's going to take a little while. So we had to put a system in place at Exports St. Lucia to support our
great
farmers.
Great stuff. Now, let's talk something. I'm going to give Andrea a statistic that he doesn't know. In terms of helping our people, I know the MSME. I was just looking through my notes to check to see the youth economy. And Andrea, from the time the youth economy was implemented, guess how many young people have received grants and loans from that youth economy? Just make a wild guess.
500?
I'll give you one more guess, Andre. You're kind of close.
6?
1,920.
Whoa!
And
That's
up
it.
to $8 million have been
You said
disbursed.
1,000 how many?
920. And I could tell you, and I'll say it again, as I was saying, I'm saying it for the first time here. I went to wash my vehicle on Saturday, just down by Entrepot there. The young guy, just his thing there, and I was sitting listening to him and his friends. And I noticed a hose, he had a busted hose, and I said, but why don't you go to the place, the youth? He said, but sir, that's where I got my start. So he has his start, he has his business,
Yes.
he's not in drugs, and he has his friends working
With him.
You understand that? 1,000. So the similar thing is the MSME.
And but we have to give, even before that, you have to give our Prime Minister his
It's
kudos.
news. That's right. Vision. When you talk about people talk about people in vision and you don't see the vision. This is visionary. We don't talk. So let's talk about the MSME.
MSME, over 900 applicants.
and
Phase 1
phase, yes.
and 2 is now closed. We are now working, and we have over 700 loans disbursed. We have, and I'm going to have a special program on it, we have a few persons, maybe about 100 persons, where they have not disbursed the entire loan. And that is because when I sit with, when our ministry sit with SLDB, some persons got the first disbursement, they're supposed to bring a receipt so that they can get the second disbursements. They've not bought the receipt and so on. So therefore we have to do a bit of hand-holding with those persons to complete the disbursement of these loans. In the meantime, while we're doing this, we are looking to launch our bakery program. We have a program that we're going to work with bakeries throughout the island. As the beginning, we're hoping that after that phase we can work with others to improve the equipments as well as training, and that threshold is $50,000 for the small ones, so that they can get equipments, and the percentage would be 50% grant, 50% loan. That is for bakers.
Bakers, okay.
And then we have also the second part of that is to work with the various cooperatives on island. Fisher cooperatives, farmer cooperatives, that's non-financial cooperatives, so that we can focus on them and strengthen the business acumen and ensure that they have programs and systems and businesses that are sustainable.
Yeah,
That's the work that we're doing.
So for the listening public and those listening to us and viewing, who qualifies for grants under the grants and loans under the MSME? Because
Who qualifies?
Yeah, because I got a call from a few months ago. Somebody called a friend, and he directed the person to me. The person wanted to start some business, etc.
The main thing who qualifies for the MSME is the age.
Age.
So as long as you're between 45 and 60, and you want to start a business, you qualify.
You qualify.
Yeah, so what we are waiting for, God willing, is with the people of St. Lucia voting in the St. Lucia Labour Party, then the Honorable Prime Minister is going to get the funds for the food calling.
Mm-hmm. So you have a nice, viable
so
business.
There is basic reasons for the people of St. Lucia to continue with this government so that the benefits that we have presented to them will continue.
Right. So Andre just missed the boat there.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Andre just missed the boat. Because Andre wants to expand his business there. But I guess sometimes maybe exceptions can be made, you know.
Is that correct? Is that correct?
Well, if the funds are coming in, well, the existing program was funded through the Caribbean Development Bank, so it's more or less very fixed.
Right.
If we get the funds from our own resources, then that is where the Prime Minister and the Cabinet
will have the discretion.
Can make some changes. I know because we've had pressures from persons who are beyond 60 to say, "Mais nous c'est moun, qu'est-ce qu'on fait ben nous?"
Right.
So we are looking at the vendors, and there's a new budget coming. We have to prepare for budget, so we have some different what you call spending heads that we are making proposals to. Mm-hmm. We are hoping that this can be approved, and when it is approved and the government has voted us in, God willing, then we will see new items coming up, and we'll continue to support our people.
Well, Andre, you could leave your ID card at home. On your face, you don't look that way, so you qualify based on that.
For true. I could probably get away. That's true.
Yeah.
I must try that.
Try that. Yeah, Madam Minister, now, I think it's business month.
Yes, business. We're just launching. We have a launch.
Yeah, let's talk
we
a little about that.
We have a launch of Business Month on the 30th of this month.
30th
because November is Business Month.
Yeah, okay.
So we have what we call a in-house launch on the 30th. Mm-hmm. We are working with the private sector, Chamber of Commerce and others to ensure that we have a full month of activities. We recognize our large businesses, our small businesses, our medium businesses, women in business, youth in business, and focus on that.
All right. So you would there be a open day or something?
Yeah, different things. The our main item though is our St. Lucia Taiwan Trade Exhibition, where we always expose our business persons to the market so that people can see what we are producing here, and to encourage persons to continue supporting.
And the chamber is fully on board?
The chamber is fully on board with us. Yeah, so we have a whole set of things. We have the media launch, as I said, on the 30th. Get to know the free zone. For the first time, we're opening the free zone, because the free zone is falls under my ministry. Okay. On the 6th of November, the 7th, we have the opening ceremony of the St. Lucia Taiwan Partnership, because it's on the 7th and the 8th. And the 9th. So it's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. We have business management workshop on the 12th, compliance in import procedures on the 13th. We have Global Entrepreneurship Week on the 17th. So we have a whole set, that entire week, 17th to the 22nd. We are working with Chamber on Global Entrepreneurship Week. We have Youth Investment Forum on the 25th. Different things.
Yeah. And you're going to have a media
training in food safety, different things.
And you're going to have a media blitz that Rev-Up will be part of.
Yes.
Now you're talking my language.
Now, before we go into the politics,
so that is business,
okay.
Yes.
No, let me give you a few more minutes. Anything that you want to highlight from your ministry?
Well, my ministry, we are there. I mean, I know we are under significant pressure. I need to maybe say hello to my PS who's not well, my DPS who's not well. Nous n'y pas bien, mais je voulais dire bonjour pour tout staff la Ministre Commerce at our government warehouse and our Viewford office. We are now operating. We are still, our office, the main office is still closed on the renovation. So we are on our Consumer Affairs Department, Miku Street and Coral Street. But I need to say good morning, bonjour pour tout staff. Ministre du Commerce et puis pour dire bonjour Créole. I think they have an event today. They are sampling their own business today in Creole.
Right.
We also have Export St. Lucia, who's part of our ministry, and as well as the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards, lady, and we also have they would kill me, the RSA.
RSA.
The Regulated Substance Authority, which is the last institution that we've put together, all of them doing significant work, and RSA is focusing on cannabis and regulated substances. So I want to hail all of them, including the Free Zone, the board members, management, staff, and to thank them for their support as they continue to serve the people of St. Lucia.
Yeah, I just said you're having a little thing there. When I came in, I was expecting a little Accra.
That's what I was telling Andre. DJ Kako,
you know what I mean? Andre, you fell short there. Andre, you fell short there.
What do you expect when you're 66?
And they're not giving you loans. Okay, before we go into the politics and Sufra and what's happening, let me ask you. I mean, you're part of the Philip JP administration.
Yes.
You have been there. I mean, so much has happened. What it is that stands out for you? What it is that you are particularly proud of, that administration? I mean, a number of things jump out at me, but you in particular, what stands out for you?
What stands out that we have been able to live to the letter our tagline, putting the people first. To me, everywhere. And to me, it's like your national anthem.
To
me, everything that we do every Monday morning as we sit, we look, every decision that we make.
Are you particularly happy about NIC and the pensioners?
But I'm just saying, and you sum it up in that, all what we've done, the hundreds of
things,
social interventions that we've done and I continue to say, in every ministry, we have served the people. In every ministry.
Okay, try to pull out maybe one or two.
Every ministry.
Yeah.
Now, it depends.
Yeah.
The youth, if the youth is listening, the youth economy is something where we are setting a platform
1,920.
And growing, because it is still open.
With a promise to double it.
In
the next iteration of the party.
And what we are doing now is to set a platform for our millionaires of tomorrow.
That's right.
We'll not be there, but that's the environment. We are setting the platform. Prime Minister is setting the platform. Setting the platform to appreciate what is ours and to give them an opportunity. When you look at the area of education for our young people, exposing, giving people scholarships all over the place. What you're doing with nursing and healthcare. So, I mean, all of them. And all I'm saying is, it comes down to us living that theme tagline, putting the people first. It summarizes that in every decision that we take. When we look at the hundreds of persons that became the thousands permanent, it is because we thought about them and because we know that they're having challenges, because they've been working, some of them working for years. Some of them working, I think we had the ceremony yesterday for persons in the civil service who have been temporary for years, working. They cannot go to the financial institutions, they can't make decisions impacting their lives. It is because we have put ourselves in the place and realized that we can do something about that, and that is what we've done. It's a level of compassion that we've not seen before. A level of humility for our Prime Minister that you've not seen before. And I'm saying I'm very proud to be part of that.
Let me put Andre on the spot. Anything stands out for you, Andre?
Well, was it yesterday? Your favorite program, Meet the Opposition. They were talking about the individuals who are now permanent healthcare or elderly care workers, right? And they're saying that they read a letter that states that they're on probation.
Because these are standard procedures in the service.
It doesn't.
When my son went to work at
it's a standard
in the
service.
That was standard,
because
and then he's been there for years. Andre, this is standard operating procedure. These people always try to
pick up and bring something
to put doubt in people's minds. And one of the things they're saying is that government giving handouts. Not giving handouts.
When you
have farmers,
because you have put yourselves, we need to put ourselves in the place of these persons. Last night I had a town hall meeting, and one of the ladies there, she's saying we were talking about the laptop program. And she had 5 children going to secondary school. 5. And this lady before that was never worked. And now she's on the home care program. You have transformed her life
precisely
in a way that you and I will not understand, because we've never been unemployed, we've never been.
And these 5 children have a fighting chance
and
now
she has a fighting chance to make it. And
they have laptops. The facilities fees have been paid for them. They'll be writing when they write CXC. They'll be the CXC. Yes. That's a burden offer. I mean, when you really think about what it is that this government has done, and that's it is clear in this 4 years, it's transformational. And Philip J. Pierre will go down in history as one of the most transformational leaders. Sorry, people think I'm talking a lot, but we have to drive up the point. Transformational leadership. You know, the minimum wage, the institution of the minimum wage.
Yes.
Andre, that's life changing.
And moving people out of poverty.
Correct. You know, so I mean, there's so much that we and I will be over the weekend, Madam Minister, I'll be putting out that list again, improved list.
Yeah,
because
I think, you know, I was saying even for Soufre, that list we're talking about, we need to print it and we need to put it everywhere so that people can understand it. They must read it. We must put it on in the notice, public notice board.
That's right.
Put it in the church. So that people understand this is what this government has done.
And we must pay Andre to read it every half hour.
Every half hour, we must pay him to read it.
Yes, every half hour.
Because some people might not be able to read.
You like to start today?
Yes.
No, Andre, this is
no, but people must know. It's not people must the facts, and that is earlier when you spoke about speaking the truth.
Yes.
It is only the truth that is going to set us free.
So these workers don't really have anything to worry about?
No, they don't. They just have to do their work.
When I started to work, Andre,
they just have to do their work.
That's all.
Because you don't expect them because they're permanent today that all of a sudden you're the Makayata Vaipu Twasimen because I'm permanent.
Yes.
That's what this is.
Who said that, Andre? I don't know what it is to put people first. A country that put people first cannot survive. Who said that?
I heard about that. And
no. Who said that?
I said,
you see, the contrast. We are putting people first. And every policy. And you made a point yesterday about you hope whoever wins the next election continues on that path. Because you have seen the light, Andre. Yeah. But when you hear a man who seeks to lead a country saying, I do not know what it is.
And Andre should be batting for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Of course.
Because he must have a heart.
That's right.
I know he's running a business there. Yeah. But you must feel what the people are feeling.
And he knows that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Andre knows.
At 66, I'm feeling it the most.
But
you got your NIC pension increase.
But okay. So let's go down to the real thing now, because we're coming down to crunch time. We have had. I have seen you at the launchings. My God, where are you getting these people from?
Well, people, they are happy. The people, the mood is right. The people are happy.
Yes, I mean, and I must say, when you come in, when your entry into this, your grand entrance, I don't know what you're drinking, but I must drink it too. Energy.
You must drink a bit of chichima.
Yes. Okay, so tell us what's happening in FIFA. Let's start with the pots, because I think they're doing some soil.
Barons Drive. It is part of the GPH project. And we were there last week. They were there. Different things are happening. We have the GPH work, the physical work that they have to determine at what point it starts. But we are also doing work in Barons Drive, impacting the small businesses along that strip.
Right.
And we've engaged them with GPH. We've showed them how we intend to assist them in improving physical improvement of their space.
Right.
We started with 10. When we did the last walkthrough, we have identified 15 existing shops that we have to upgrade. So we've done a costing. We've sat with them individually. They've given us a nod that yes, they've accepted. They've got to do that. So that is in the next week or so you start seeing physical work on that.
Right.
And that's the strip. And what we're doing is we're transforming Barons Drive. That's what we say we're doing. We have expensive yachts coming into the harbour. We need these people to be able to come in there and feel and experience the people of Barons Drive. But we cannot do so unless we do some improvement to some of the physical plans that's there. So we are assisting them with that. We are being assisted with that. We are also presenting some new businesses there. And that is where we are engaging the young persons. Some already, like you call them, boat boys, some already on the water. We need to ensure that there's boat safety, that there is insurance, that they've got their life jackets, to turn it into a business and provide training to them so that they understand what you're doing. We need other services there, for example, laundry services and things like that, tours. So we're creating some businesses, some of the others, and some of them who are business owners can employ some of those that are unemployed. So we are doing both social work and physical development at one time. That's the Barons Drive part of the project. The project goes from Barons Drive way down to the market area where there's an amphitheater work and so on. So that's the physical work for the entire waterfront.
Yeah.
That is Barons Drive. At the moment now, we had damages of the seawall and the road next to the jetty, and that was as a result of Hurricane Beryl. That work is ongoing now, and that is being done by the government of St. Lucia. So that is Barons Drive. Then we do, I like taking it in alphabetical order, we do Belfont. We've gone in there, we are doing work on the road, we are doing work. Another challenge they had was Wasco and water. We've started trying to see how best we can improve the frequency of water to the people of Belfont. So we've had a meeting with them, we had a town hall about a week ago to explain to them what we're doing. And the water one in particular is a bigger water problem in the Soufrière constituency. We have to improve water catchment in the area. At the moment, most of our catchment is coming from Ruby and Foshajak. But the technical report that we have is telling us that we need to start getting water from a food source, which is Zeno. So again, we are hoping when the people of Soufrière vote the St. Lucia Labour Party into office, I need to tell them that this is a program that we're working on.
Right.
So that is Belfont. Bouton for us, it was the first area community that actually experienced our love. We've transformed the community center. We've also improved water supply to the people at Monva, which is not too far from the water tank in Bouton. So they have received water. And the other item that we have for them is the bus labor. That is what is going to come when they vote Emma Hippolyte in for the next election. So we had the design and everything. We've had the land there, and so already that's the project that is going to do. Boaden, again, we had drainage, roadworks, as well as the water issue still has to be addressed in Boaden. We want to augment. We have the tanks there. We can increase the tanks, but we need to improve the water source. So it is an investment that has to happen in Soufrière. And I believe, based on the conversation that we're having, that this is going to take place next term. Chateau Bel Air for us, we have renovation repairs to the main road. There's a road down the Downfield Road that PM gave a commitment on some time ago. We still have to commence that particular road. What is good about it, the cabinet has agreed for the purchase of the land for a community center in Chateau Bel Air. So that is ongoing. I've had the town hall with them, so I've explained that to them. Colobet is a sore point for us because up to now, Wasco started the water supply from Katchime to Colobet. That project has not completed. And again, it is the cost of it. It is the bringing of pipes. If you're coming down from Katchime down, you will see some blue pipes on the side of the road. We need to get these blue pipes down to Colobet, because Colobet, you have quite a few business places there, and now they still have to purchase water. They have to purchase water,
okay.
and that's a sore point for Colobet. Constituency-wide projects. We have the people of Deville. We had a major slide between Etangs and Deville, and that is completed.
All right.
That work has been completed. Sorry, Etangs, the community center, not a community center. For Etangs, we did some drainage, as well as the wellness center is under repairs. For Jean-Lib, for us, we had some support from the Unionville estate, and if you go to Jean-Lib now, you would see that they've got an additional parking area that they did not have before. Jean-Lib is a very historical area, but accessing it and getting into the place was extremely narrow, and it was not for the faint-hearted. So we've got Unionville has given us this 15,000 square feet of land, and the foundation who's managing that park has actually improved that. We also have for Fonjean-Lib another car park along by the river, as well as Unionville has donated some 5 acres of land that is to be used for our young people. So when we are voted in next time around, that is an area where we have 5 acres of land to develop for the people of Fonjean-Lib. So from Fonjean-Lib, we go to Fort-Bernier. Fort-Bernier, we have the Fort-Bernier Park that we started work on. We recently did planting of the flowers, and we had to close it a while, especially to protect the plants from goats and so on coming in to sing that. So we've done that, plus we are about to do some potholing and improvement to the road networks in Fort-Bernier. For Saint-Jacques, we have started, the Prime Minister approved, we did the first tranche of road between Soufrière Town and the Mocha Bridge, and now we have gotten the permission to do the second part of that road, which is from the Mocha Bridge to Mini. And when I spoke to Reno just last week, you have equipment on the road now doing that work. So you will see an improved road from Mini down to Massey in Soufrière Town. In addition to that, we felt that we needed to focus a bit on our young people. And what we have done, we went in because there was a court that was built by the Central Labour Party, but nothing else was done to improve the comfort area for the patrons. So I've gone in, we've put in change rooms, we've put in washroom facilities, and that is accessible, will be accessible both by the players and by persons coming there. We've also looked at that area and felt that we needed to use it, the bottom of it, because of the size of it, as a community center for Fort-Jacques. So when the people of Fort-Jacques support me with this election, we are going to build the Fort-Jacques Community Center. We've looked at the IT center in Soufrière. It existed, but the flooring was gone. So with the help of the Taiwanese, we have renovated the IT center. We have put in new computers, which is the most important thing for me. And we are ready to train our young people and give them access to modern computers to improve themselves. For Palmis and Market Road, we've gone in, as you know. Both Palmis and Market Road had asbestos, over 60 years of asbestos. And we've gone in because that was a commitment we made before the election. Prime Minister gave us the funds. We've changed all the roofs in Palmis and Market Road.
All the roofs.
All the roofs, all asbestos roofs was removed. So we no longer have asbestos in Palmis and Market Road. The other area where we have about 80 houses, 80 persons, we changed all bad galvanized in there. So we went in and we re-roofed that area. And it was SLP, UWP. We re-roofed the area. At the beginning, there was some reluctance in some cases. Some persons on United Workers' Party supporters said no. But they came back afterwards and asked for the work to be done, and we sent people to do it.
You didn't apply the Belrose Doctrine to them?
No, we did not.
Okay.
So Palmis has gotten that. We have done some repairs to the washroom facilities. We've gone very early in our term. We came in, and with the Prime Minister's support, we removed, because they had comfort centers, but they used to pay to use the comfort centers. We removed that book for Palmis and for Barron's Drive, so persons can go into these comfort centers. So we also, for Palmis, put in what you call a learning center for the children of the people of Palmis. That is some of the things that we have done. We've installed road safety barriers throughout the constituency, because you know the topography of Soufrière, and we saw, and there's still, we've identified, I think we've put in more than 10 places, and of late, based on our audit of the road, there are about 6 other areas that we still need to put barriers, so that the safety is there. We went into Zeno, which is an area that supported the United Workers' Party, and before elections, we had a conversation with the young people there. They wanted a multi-purpose court, and we delivered that to the people of Zeno. They also, for Zeno, they do not have a space for the young people to congregate. So with the help of the National Lottery, we are also putting in that same area a small space for the people to congregate, a hall. The people we are also doing other work with Zeno. Zeno, the people there, they formed the committee, and we're working with them to link to have a hike between Zeno and Dirash. So it's a tourism project.
You're right.
And the Prime Minister and the Cabinet about 3 weeks ago, approved the purchase of a piece of land that will be used as an interpretation center, a turning point, because when you drive into Zeno, if you cannot drive, then you have challenges, because there's nowhere to turn and so on. So we are buying a piece of land, so that becomes an interpretation center, a turning point, a parking lot for the people of Zeno. So Zeno has received labor love more than quite a few other communities. And that is because we have not applied the Belrose Doctrine. That is so, because they needed this and we did it for them.
Yes.
So these are some of the works that we are doing in Soufrière town. You know, Soufrière, because the size of Soufrière, we do not have what you call a human resource center or community center. We had what you call our Soufrière town hall. So Prime Minister has approved for us to have an admin building there.
Yeah.
And we've demolished the whole building. We had the special team doing the soil testing, and God willing, this project should start pretty soon, because we needed the soil testing to get the foundation of the building and to complete the costing so that we can negotiate with the contractors.
That's for the administrative center.
For the administrative center.
So you'll be bringing more government services
all
to the
of
people,
government services to the
down
people
to the
of
people of
Soufrière. Yes.
Yeah, so that is ongoing. That is in the works.
That's in the works. We are also working with the Ministry of Economic Affairs as it relates to the Soufrière Hospital.
Okay.
So we have had some delays on that between the contractor, the financier, the designer, and so on. But I spoke to Mr. Henry just about 2 days ago, and he's given me a commitment that they've moved past the hurdles, and we should see commencement of the Soufrière Hospital.
Very good, very comprehensive.
Yeah.
So the people of Soufrière listening could know what is in store for them. Andre, I know you are very nice today, especially Yama. Honorable Emma is going to take care of you, you know.
I hope you don't mind all the noise in the background because, today is
Yeah, no,
the
Andre,
Junior Creole
we
weekend.
understand that. It's just that we are a little disappointed we get some acros and things.
There are
But you're fine,
there are
you're
lots
fine.
of activities.
We will, Andre will allow us to take a few calls.
Of course,
It will not be good if we just say, so you could give the numbers, Andre, and we could take the calls.
Yeah, but you don't mind the noise, right?
No.
Yeah.
We understand it's Junior Creole, Andre.
Okay.
This is understandable, man. You know?
Okay.
Okay, but maybe you give the numbers.
Sure,
and
no
let's,
problem. The fixed line is 572-9710. Fixed line 572-9710. Or you can WhatsApp 287-0971. WhatsApp is 287-0971. You have somebody on
already, I thought the people were enjoying the
on the
Junior Creole,
fixed
man.
line.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's take the call. Thanks for calling. Oh,
Your
you need your
headphones.
Now you need the headphones.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is Meet the Minister with Terence Fenelon. Okay, so
okay,
we have
so-
somebody on the fixed line, somebody on the WhatsApp platform as well.
Okay. All right, good morning. Thanks for calling me the minister. Let's have your question, please.
Bonjour, Monsieur Ministre, Madame Ministre.
Bonjour, comment vous êtes?
Bonjour, ma bien. Bonjour, André.
Bonjour.
Teacher, principal, bonjour.
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 Today, I want to salute the NCF, the brainchild of Emma Hippolyte, when she was the director of NIC. Today, 23 years of NCF. Is the brainchild of Emma Hippolyte, which is with you now, Andre.
I remember.
You were part of it, Andre. You
Well-
remember that you, at year 2002, you were on Radio 100 and you were helping a young lady and she died before you gave her the money and you turned that money on to NCF.
Correct
So
is
you were
right.
part of that the telephone and you turn on that money. So I want to salute NCF today, 23 years,
Wow.
working together with the people of St. Lucia, the brainchild of Emma Hippolyte. And still, you have lawyers, you have doctors, you have all walks of life. Elderly people helping the homes everywhere. NCF is there. So thank you, Madam Minister. The other thing I want to thank you for today, the caretakers are receiving permanent work. That was Andre. That was a project where Emma Hippolyte, she was the president of the women organization of the Labour Party, where some women sat with her and thought of that project, and she brought it up. So thank you, Madam Minister. Today, the caretakers are getting a permanent work, and they're very happy. So I want to thank you, not just you're not working just as a minister, but before you were a minister, you were helping the people of St. Lucia and the people of Suffred, the family, and everybody. So I want to thank you and thank the government of St. Lucia, Philippe J. Pierre, for the work he has done. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you.
You want to make any comment? Or we take another call.
Our historian.
That's
Thank
true.
you, Claudia.
Yes,
Yeah, she keeps the dates. Thank you very much, Claudia. It's a unique gift that she has. Give God thanks.
Let's take the other call, Andre.
Yes.
Good morning. Thanks for calling me the minister. Let's have your question, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Good morning.
Hi, Miss Emma. Hi, morning to you, Andre.
Morning.
Miss Emma, I usually does appreciate you. I always find that you're a great lady, you know. But I have a concern concerning the supermarkets. The quality of brown sugar is not that good for a little while now because I find that it is too dark and stuff. Because usually we used to have nicer brown sugar, and now it is a bit too dark. Because when you see you making local juice and stuff, by the time you switch into the brown sugar, the water it does be too black, too dark. And concerning the sea-bell tuna fish, the sea-bell tuna fish always used to be $5.99. I never noticed it 50 something or 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I wonder if the people just raise the price. And when you see as now we all are doing stuff to help people often to bring it back down to the $5.99. The rich spot tuna fish used to be the cheapest, the one that you open with your knife or with an opener. It used to be $2 something, now we spray something. And the only one that drop a little is, I just call it the brown thing, the label is brown. It is $2 something now, and the bigger one is for about $4.80. So I am not seeing much difference. Because if the rich spot was the cheapest was $2 something, now they brought it up. So it is not making any sense.
All right.
You know. And
Let the minister answer.
and can I ask another question? Can I ask
Okay,
another
yes,
question,
go ahead.
please? When they talk of universal care, is universal care is for everybody?
When you say universal care, you mean on the health
Like
program,
people
the UHC?
Yeah, like people like me, because I have a pacemaker implant. I just had it for 4 years ago in Martinique, and I've tried my best to get some help because I have to be returning to Martinique every time, not too often, but a lot now, more now, because I have my pacemaker for 11.9 years, and you know very well that I have to be seeing doctor off and on. Because I have a situation for the past almost 3 months, which I have to go to Martinique. And trust me, you know, tears has come out from my eyes because I did not brought that on me. I never thought that I would have something like that today. And having it, that's why I just say to people, anytime at all you have a problem, please, if you don't have money to go to a private doctor, go to the health center. Don't wait when it is too late. It's a good thing I did not wait when it is too late for mine. But trust me, it is difficult for me. So I'm selling my rub because I'm the person that they call him steel rub. I doesn't make a big batch, but I does make enough to sell. But I hardly just sell so many for a day. Sometimes not at all for the day. Sometimes a few, and that alone cannot take me to Martinique and back every time I have to. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was wondering whether universal care is for everybody or some people.
All right, thank you.
Universal health care is for everybody, but we have a basket of services. As we realize, we are slowly phasing in the services that we provide to everybody. For example, for pregnant mothers, we are providing them the services for ultrasound and everything like that. Now, what you have to, you said that you had your pacemaker for 11 years. I suspect you might have had that intervention in Martinique. And if you realize, our Prime Minister said, and we reported, that the government of St. Lucia was owing the government of Martinique millions of euros. That might include the services that you benefited from. And then our Prime Minister and the Cabinet had to get the funds to pay the Lamina Hospital in particular, all the monies that we owe them, so that other persons can receive the service. So the intervention that you may need might not be one that we can do here, I'm not certain. But what I can tell you as well, of late we've seen that our local doctors here at Tapio have been providing certain services that they couldn't provide before, especially with the installation of pacemakers and different things. They are providing that service here now. So the first thing you need, but there's still a cost to it. It is not under the UHC program. And I know we have assisted persons locally. So you have to first determine whether the services that you're going to provide in Martinique cannot be provided here. You need to get a local doctor to guide you on that.
All right. Do you have another call?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Good morning, sir or madam. Thanks for calling me, the minister. Let's have your question, please.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Mr. Fileron. Good morning, Miss Emma.
Good morning,
sir.
Thanks for accepting my call.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Miss Emma, the government has a distribution depot in Castries Fulasho, okay?
Yes.
Is there any plan to have one in the southern part of the island? I'll listen on the radio.
That's a good question. Yes, we have explored the possibility of having one out there in Beaufort, but we are first focusing on trying to improve the one that we have here in Fulasho. We have, what we've done of late, about a year now, is to open an office in Beaufort. We were looking at the time when we were setting up the office to also have a place that could facilitate a depot. But we have not gone into that second phase of putting the depot. But we have started by having an office, and then later on we will see whether it is feasible to have it, whether it's cost effective to have it, or whether we can use, for example, because we have rice, flour, sugar, whether we can have a system in place where persons can collect from the producer, the manufacturer of flowers, straight from Beaufort, instead of them coming and deliver to us in Castries and then distributing back to the south. So we are looking at some of these things.
All right. We have another
Yes,
call.
we do.
Yes, good morning. Thanks for calling me, the minister. Let's have a question, please.
Morning, I am calling back. Again, sorry about that one. My surgery was done in Martinique and stuff. And if my children had the fundraising, and my brother, my relatives helped for me to have that surgery. I do not know whether maybe anything fall underneath the government, really, but I am 100% sure that money came from my family, the fundraising and stuff, you know. So right now, anyway, I am. You know, I don't like to cry, you know. Because
Yeah, take it easy. So I think what you're asking for is where can you get some assistance? Yeah.
Because she said that I can get, like, if I have to go to maybe hospitals in St. Lucia, I used to go Tapio. So I have my reasons. The reasons for Tapio is, trust me, is not a good one. So I don't have to say that on radio. But I went to Martinique. I was supposed to go to Martinique last year. They had a strike. I couldn't go, but I traveled. I got some help and stuff to go to Martinique at that time because I traveled in March. Now, in returning, I was feeling well, but it's just now, you know, it is not really good for me.
Okay, so
well, allez, I garde côté sous besoin aide. On est pour aller au parliamentary rep, assise avec lui, get the medical cost and so on, and then parler avec medical parliamentary rep, my darling.
It is not that I remember I had surgery. It's for the every time or every 6 months or every year treatment or to just
yes, but you still have to have a chat with your parliamentary rep if you're going to get some support.
Yeah, that's what you must do.
You must do that.
Yes, that's how you could be
because
assisted.
Based on what you're saying, you definitely in need of a checkup. And if you cannot face the funding yourself, then you need to go and sit with your parliamentary rep and see how he or she can assist you.
Okay. I know it's difficult. Yeah, I could feel your pain.
Huh?
I could feel your pain, but you have to take that step. Go to your parliamentary rep and sit with him or her and see how you could be helped. Okay? All right, my lady?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
have a good day. Bye.
All right.
Yes.
You have another call?
Yes, you do.
Good morning. Thanks for calling me, the minister.
Hi,
Question,
good morning.
please. Yes, good morning.
To the lady that just called, there's in the Ministry of Health, there's call of medical assistance, and I listened carefully. I did call. I was able to get 3 people to get assistance there. The lady told me her name is Miss Augustine. Once she could come with all the papers and everything, she assists them. And 3 of the people I did send there, they actually got. They didn't give you the money in your hands. They give you, you pay the whatever medical, whether it's surgery, whatever it is. But that's what the lady told me. And she even gave me her name, Miss Augustine.
Okay, Miss. All right, great stuff. Thank you.
And I know all that. You ask a question to me.
Yes, go ahead.
Basically, I have a blind friend because I'm blind, but she makes how they calling this table mats, placemats, and she makes caps and all of those things. So she's totally blind. But can she come to and get like a small micro business thing? So.
What is her age? Is she within the 35 to 60 age group?
Yes, she's just about 60 something.
Well,
But as you can see, she's totally blind and she makes her things and she go down to Soufre sometimes and sell it. But she said she has tried her parliamentary rep before. Doesn't show her, but she has not gotten any assistance. And you know, because that's what she does for living, being a totally blind mother. She has one son. So I say, well, yes, where she can get like a grant or something to assist her, because she makes her things. She can even she have a little laptop. She can even make her son assist her. Because a young child, 17, put it on free to show up her thing. Because as I tell you, that's what she depends on for her living.
Okay,
right.
so I can tell you as I said, the MSME loan grant first and second calling is closed at the moment. We are expecting to get some additional funding for the new budget year.
Okay.
When that happens, yes, she's within the age group, so she can qualify. So in essence, what she needs to do is to start approaching the ministry now, so they can give her guidance in terms of preparation of a business plan, registration of a business, and things like that. So by the time we have the funds, she'll be ready to put in her application.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up.
Yes, Andrew, you have been a little generous. Yeah.
So you can use the next 5 minutes to wrap up.
Yeah. Well, it has been a pleasure, Andre. Any parting words, Minister?
Well, to tell the people of Soufrière Fosséjac that I am grateful for the opportunity they gave me to represent them. I believe that for the 4.5 years I have represented them with all that I have. And I have delivered. I have been with them for the 4.5 years. I have not left them. They've seen me everywhere, every day. And now we are saying the chance, the Prime Minister, to call this election. I want to use this moment to ask all of Soufrière Fosséjac, yellow and red, who have benefited from the services that I have provided, who have benefited from the government of the St. Lucia Labour Party, to consider voting for Emma Hippolyte for the constituency of Soufrière Fosséjac. I am eternally grateful for the opportunity that you have provided, and I'm committing myself to continue working and putting you first so that we can move forward together.
Just a quick little question. You mentioned Zeno earlier, and I know the area.
You know the area?
Very, very well.
Papa.
Yes.
What is it?
I will ask how will he do that. But go ahead.
I was just curious to know, when you show your unbiasedness and you do work for everybody in the community, especially that community, do you feel that you've touched them? Do you feel that they have an affinity, towards you, even if it means they may not vote for you? But do you feel that it's worth it?
Yes, it's worth it. You go in and you assist people, and it's not only just this community. I mean, you go in, persons on the other side, they come in, they ask for support, especially for the area of housing. For me in Soufrière, the area that has made tremendous impact for me is the area of the housing program. We have assisted, in July we did 65 families. 3 weeks ago we did 70 families. And that's this year alone. And if we have 100 people up the steps for constituency day, 90 of them come for housing assistance. We have an allocation, so we cannot exceed it. But I'm telling you, the area of housing for the people of Soufrière has been significant, tremendous.
Okay.
Yes, Andre.
One more little thing. Is Myers Bridge in Soufrière or in Choiseul? I'm never sure quite where it is.
It's in Soufrière.
Okay,
yes.
All right.
You like me
and I know the area very well.
I would ask you, your Andres, during the weekend, let us ask our people to be safe. Don't drink and drive, please. The accidents on the roads are horrendous. We can do without that. That's putting too much pressure on our healthcare services, on our beds, etc. Listen, take your time. You don't need to rush. Take your time. Have a very, very safe weekend. Please, according to the friends, I beg. Well, Andrew, until next Friday.
Yes, Darren.
It was nice being here, Honorable Emma Hippolyte.
Thank you, Andre.
Yeah. And we shall see you again next Friday. Thank you.
Thank you, Terence Fenelon.
Yes.
And MP Emma Hippolyte / Minister for Commerce. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Okay, so this has been Wake Up and Live for today, Friday, the 24th of October. Thanks so much for listening and for viewing. We have Kina. She'll be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. From the 3 is going to be Zen the DJ. From 5 o'clock this afternoon, we'll be having Powell Politic with Antonia Alcindor sitting in for Mary Porteous. So do enjoy the rest of your day. And as Terence said, have yourself a safe weekend. Bye-bye.